Let's go.
We are back, bitches. Premier League is back. Do you remember?
Irons!
Let me introduce you to our newest member of the team. His name is Anton Baker. He's from Scotland.
And I've got a new setup, Russ. I'm in my new office. Although it's not finished yet, but it's nearly finished.
Kinda. We're getting there.
Kind of finished,
Slowly but surely. Obviously, we've got the team news coming out in terms of the starting 11. That's what we're looking like. I mean, pretty much predicted it, apart from Freddie Potts for Gnyedo Rodriguez. Thoughts on that, Mr. Baker?
To be honest with you, it is a guessing match, but I don't know if many people would have said Hermansen was going to automatically start straight away. No. You know, he's just come in the door, big decision. You know, it's crazy because he's made a big decision there. And then as you go further up the team, you get to Rodriguez and Ward-Prowse, and as every West Ham fan is going to say and look at this and go, what the fuck? Like, so in terms of Hermansen starting, do you know what? So be it. I'm happy because I think we're all kind of happy about the Hermansen situation, signing him in, bringing him in as a new number one, challenging Areola. We all expected that back five, and I think on their day we should be happy with the back six in theory. Diouf looks lethal. Wan-Bissaka looks lethal. I did say last year, if Aguerd comes back, Russ, then he needs to be in that team, because if it's a progressive manager, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go. We'll come on to that in a minute. But your question really was around Guido. It's not just about Guido, though. It's really about him and Ward-Prowse, because that really is slow, mate. That's really slow, and that's the problem. And up against any team in the Premier League who've got any form of pace, they're going to have a bit of a field day. And Dan said it in the West Ham Network chat. I don't think he's ever seen Guido have a good game. I think I've seen him have one, kind of half.
Yeah. It's a weird one, isn't it? I don't think it's particularly. I think it's weird because the last two sort of pre-seasons sort of matches, Potts featured really prominently, with Gnyedo nowhere to be found, and now Gnyedo is there.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't get. It's like, if he's going to be there, you know, maybe he maybe Freddie got a knock or whatever. Or, I don't know, but it just seems such a bizarre one, as you said, such a slow side as well. It worries me. It does worry me.
I started writing in the West Ham Network chat, because you can see in WhatsApp when someone's typing, and then I deleted it because I was like, I don't know what I'm about to say is going to sound crazy, but is Potter trying to send a message? But I don't know why a manager would do that, especially first game of the season. So, that's part of the reason why I deleted the message. But you can't help but think everywhere else throughout the team, I'm okay with. You know, Füllkrug looks fit. I think I would have maybe accepted it more if Potts had started over Rodriguez, because, again, going through the summer, I've seen more beneficial things to Potts' game than I have to Guido's game. So why is he starting over him? That's a bit of an odd decision. Like you said, unless something's kicked in before the game, so be it. But again, it just highlights where we do have, listen, there is an element of we need to hit that reset button. But it's tough when you see that midfield and you think we've got rid of a load of players, and suddenly, I don't know, mate, like, what are they seeing in Rodriguez? What are they seeing in him?
I think I think Dan sort of said it quite eloquently, in that it's not necessarily Rodriguez; it's Rodriguez alongside JW.
Yeah.
If it was Rodriguez alongside someone with energy, then okay. But it's the both of them together. It just makes no sense. Steve thinks the midfield is a joke. No one.
But I can see that. And the thing is, right, when it comes, I mean, can we just address the Paqueta situation as well? Because Fabrizio Romano's tweet, it genuinely felt like a tweet for the sake of tweeting.
Yeah, there was nothing in it.
There was nothing in it. It's honestly like choosing any player around the world and saying they're thinking about leaving, but no decision has been made yet. Like, honestly, like, really think about that. So, like, I'm taking it with a pinch of salt, but do I believe there's an element of truth in it? But do I believe there's an element of truth in any potential player?
Exactly.
You know, that's the world we live in, right? So I'm kind of moving away from that. But if Pac-Man does go, and the rumour is Alvarez goes, then what are we doing? Like, how are we replacing it? It goes back to the start of the window when the last season finished, Russ, and then the players came back to pre-season. I genuinely was like, right, roll your hands up. You know, Steiden's gone. We're under a new regime. We've got Macaulay. We've got all the kind of recruitment team. And I just really wanted West Ham to do their business early. I really did. And Jacob Steinberg, who's bloody Sullivan's best mate, even tweeted, like, other clubs are making moves. Other clubs have made moves. So what is the issue? Like, and then that's why fans then turn to the owners. That's why fans turn to the owners, because it's like, well, the issue must be the owners. It must be. Because I don't get it. I really don't get it. And he's working with that squad. Can you bring? You got that team again? Like, just to
of course. There we go, mate.
It's just to see this. It's just to see the squad. Like, on the bench, you've got Areola, Walker, Peters, Alvarez, Wilson, Mavropanos, Suchek, Scarles, Potts, Irving. Like, but if you're talking about potentially losing 2 or 3 of those players throughout that team, depending if that's going to be Paquetá, for example, Alvarez, and maybe another player, then we need people, but we also need energy, new blood, pace. We cannot deny that Diouf, like, I'm quite excited about what Diouf and I'll be honest with you, Russ, for a long time, this is the first time in a long time I'm happy with the back six.
Yeah.
I genuinely mean that. Like, I'm not even, like, you kind of have to park the negative side of a Gerd to give him the fresh reset button, because he's playing in a progressive West Ham side. And when you think back to when a Gerd was playing with West Ham at the start, after his injury, he actually did look decent. He looked mustard. He totally looked mustard. So, in terms of that, we should be okay with. And I think if he seems to be relying heavily on the overlapping players for this game, like, really relying on that.
That's where the pace is coming from, isn't it?
That's where the pace is.
He ain't coming from the midfield,
no,
is it? So,
but then he's obviously got an element of, oh God, I don't know. It's like, I was talking to someone else the other day, and they were like, "Oh, that's a great start for West Ham having Sunderland." And I went, "Well, listen, we're West Ham fans, so you could have Chelsea. We could get our fixture list sent out, and it could be Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, and we'd be like, that's a disaster. And then we would have Sunderland, Burnley, and Leicester, or whatever, whoever's up, and you would then go, oh, that's a nightmare. So no matter what, it's a nightmare because it's West Ham, where everyone's kind of opportunity. And that's what I'm hoping Potter can change, because I want to see a different game. I want to see a different style of play. So...
yeah, and I think, you know, if we just look, I know we've still got like 2 weeks left, or a week, or 10, 12 days of the transfer window. You see the guys that he's brought in, that we know are his players, Diouf, Hermansen, you know, both of them seem to fit the sort of MO of what they're trying to do. And you hope that this, you know, this midfielder we're going to get, whoever it is going to be, you know, at least one, is one that Potter picks rather than one that necessarily is bestowed upon him by the owners. And it just seems that there's a massive issue with West Ham. It is that sort of midfield, and it's just one we haven't addressed. We sort of tittered around it a little bit, but I think out of all the other bits of the pie, the one that needed the most surgery was the midfield, and that seems the one that we are going to be scrabbling around with.
I do think, though, Russ, there's an element of players not wanting to come to West Ham. I do, honestly, but I believe that, like, wholeheartedly. And there's this kind of, you've probably seen it, the meme or the video of Newcastle travelling around the country and all the players are moving away from them. But that's a little bit like West Ham. That is the truth. Like, we've become that club that people may not want to come to because we've been known and have been tarnished with that brush because of the owners and the way we deal with things and the way we deal with transfers. And if the rumour is true about the goalkeeper, Victor, like, if that is true, we still don't know, but if it is true, and it probably is true, and he is anywhere near that airport and we've done what we've done to him, Like, that is just a typical way of how West Ham do their business. And they're playing, like, I do think that, and I do think that we've struggled for years to be able to manage the squad as such. That's why Souček being benched, Souček seems to be humble, so he'll be able to be okay with it. Whereas if you've got another player being benched in that squad, in that 11 starting, I don't think they would be okay with it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
I
mean, I'm not as upset by the whole Victor thing. In all honesty,
no, I'm not.
I know what you mean, but yeah, and I think the trouble is, it's how the narrative's played out. Now, I'm saying we've been done by that as loads of times as well. What frustrates me is if you asked 100 West Ham fans what one position they wanted addressing this summer, midfield.
Yeah, 100%.
And what part have we? That's the mate. You know, we've titted about. We could have put a pin in the goalkeeper situation. Really, we could have offered Fab a 1-year deal. We could put a pin in that, but there was a decision made to move him on. And you know, the left back position, left wing back. I mean, Emerson's there. Ollie Skiles is still there. You know, I didn't say it was massive, but but yeah, I just think I just don't get it. Even the forward position, we didn't need another Callum Wilson. We didn't need a Callum Wilson, really. Yeah,
I know. I don't know. I don't know what we
don't know. No, I said none of us. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what they've been doing in pre-season. We don't. You know, Potter's not playing Guido if he doesn't think Guido's capable. That's simple as that. So he obviously thinks there's something there. We as fans don't think there's something there. It's down to Potter to prove us wrong, I suppose you could say. He could come in today and he could do a job and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, pace is the problem. And if he is looking at midfield, we do need that. I don't know, Russ. It's a tough one because Sunderland have kind of got nothing to lose. The first game of the season, there is nothing to lose, but you want to get off to a good start. You know, when we get off to a good start, you just want 3 points under the bag as soon as you can. And I know I seen that comment there. Was it like McAtee?
Yeah.
and they got him for, how much did they pay for him again? Was it 25?
Something like that, yeah.
Like, I know it's a bit of a snip in the modern market, but it seems to be. Well, I don't know, man, because they paid 20 odd for the youth. I was just about to make a comment there by going, well, you've got a Premier League proven young player in McAtee who's proven that he can do it at some of the highest levels. So why are you not going for a player like that? But Forrester's shown some form of intent, you know, by making some of the signings, even though they've got rid of some of the players. They're making a kind of an element of intent. Like they're becoming an attractive proposition for any player.
Yeah, for sure. I think they just seem to. I mean, I was listening to TalkSport today, and they were talking about the Newcastle Aston Villa game as the PSR Cup because they both have got lots of money. They both either can spend it, but we seem to not have either. We don't seem to have money, and we don't seem to spend it, and PSR being the issue. And I think you look at someone like Forest, and you're thinking, how the fuck do these guys manage to do it? I don't get it. Even Sunderland has spent over 100 million quid since coming up.
But to be honest with you, though, Russ, I think there is an element of the full package. You know, that, like, in all honesty, when you look back, the package is in not just what you get financially, but when you turn up to the club and you are welcomed into the full training ground setup, the ground, the history of the club. So Nottingham Forest obviously got the history, etc., all that sort of stuff. But again, it's not just down to the money, but I think with West Ham, when you look at our training ground, it's not fantastic. And the only thing that kind of gave me a bit of comfort knowing that players would potentially get over the dotted line was because you had players like Fornals who, and I mean this in it, like, I really do think we miss Fornals for this squad. I really think Fornals was the one I wish we had kept more than loads of players for loads of reasons. But I think when any international player came into the club, he was the one that would go, listen, I'm not from here, but I feel like I'm from here because I've embraced it, and you do this and you do that. Who was it that said it when we do this? We do all the kind of ex-hammers come on.
Well, honestly, yesterday, mate, we had Julian. with Julian and Thomas, and they brilliant. Honestly, like, never knew Thomas Repka had a West Ham tattoo.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, and he showed me it. So I was like, all these types of things are just, I agree. I do think, though, we do have an ace in our sleeve, and everyone we've signed, one of the things they attribute to why they're signed to West Ham is Potter.
Yeah.
And as I said, I know from first hand, first day back at pre-season at Rush Green, he had everyone in the meeting room, players, staff, tea ladies, kitchen, everyone. And he did this presentation about where he wants West Ham to be.
Yeah.
And my guy there said, Russ, I felt like I was 10 foot fucking tall when I left that room. And we do have, and he's very good at doing that. He's clearly convinced Naif Aguerd that turned him.
Well, 100%. That's a massive thing, because he didn't look like, his farewell message last year was I ain't coming back message.
Yeah.
And he's obviously convinced them otherwise. And Aguerd's now, posting stuff on socials that with his family wearing West Ham gear, like he's something's happened there. But I think in terms of like having players in the squad around that are Fornals type players, like that helps with the everything around it, and that's why we probably. McAtee, I don't know if West Ham were genuinely or not interested, but I think they would have probably sniffed around the deal, whether or not Macaulay or Potter just went outright no. But it's clear that players are knocking us back. It's definitely clear they're knocking us back.
Yeah, no doubt at all.
And that's a concern. And I know this is not about the transfer window as such; it's about the game today. And we haven't even put the Sunderland team up, have we?
No, because I don't think it's really important. It's about it's about us really, and I think if the team turned up and it was basically that side with probably Freddie Potts instead of either JWP or more likely Rodriguez, I don't think people go, oh yeah, well Will Prowse seems to be his man, but it's that Rodriguez bit. It's just sort of, I don't know, left a bitter taste in my mouth a little bit. I mean, we had Jacob on from Sunderland, Fan TV, and I mean that's not Sunderland. This is how Sunderland. That's how they no space in the squad for 𝗪𝗧 𝗛𝗧. The king does not return, sadly. But I mean, there's guys there. There's probably a lot of guys you don't know there.
But there's players there that've got a point to prove, and I think their average age of their squad and that team is ridiculously low. I think the only player that really brings that up dramatically is the captain. But I mean, I'm not saying that. I don't know. Stadium of Light, first game back since what was it? David Moyes relegated them.
Would have been, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that's it now. So that's what going on. Is it 6 years? 6 years, something like that.
Something like that.
So first game back at home. Nothing to lose. You underestimate these teams, but then again, people can quite clearly, every West Ham fan is going to underestimate West Ham. Clearly, because we're doing it right now. So it's a game. It's going to be an interesting one to see what they've been working on, what shape they're going to take. How will the overlapping midfielders. I mean, maybe he's going to go full-blown overlapping. Maybe he's really going to push Wan-Bissaka and Diouf forward, and that's why he's looking for the two protectors there. I know Ward-Prowse isn't necessarily the protector, but he doesn't have the legs, so therefore, if those go forward, he's probably going to have to sit in a bit to allow Paquetá to go forward,
I mean, Michael makes a point. Obviously, he was, if we were to be believed, he's off to the Saudi Pro League. The conspiracy theorist in me thinks he'll get the reason why he's starting is to add another £1 million to his price tag. But
but then again, why would Potter do that? Like that's like throwing yourself under. So I know this, I know that, and I think like that, and then I quickly go, yeah, but why would you do that? Like, why would you jeopardize that? Because you'd look stupid. But then if it works, then it benefits. So it's only going to come down to the decision on what's happening in the training, because from pre-season we don't get it. So what is the decision behind him? I mean, here's the question to you. I mean, is it as simple as if Potts was in there over Rodriguez, we would all be happy. Is that the question? Would you be happy with that, Russ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like, I mean, I just think Potts I think he appeases the fans because he's being a West Ham fan, West Ham, legacy academy player, and I just thought we've seen quite a lot of him. We've seen different aspects of him. And I think for me, it always should be Potts +1, and who that one was, ideally an all-action box-to-box player to go alongside him. But no, I just think Freddie's. I feel sorry for Freddie because I think he deserves a starting. He hasn't done nothing wrong in pre-season, where Guerrero hasn't done anything in pre-season.
I think over the last 3-4 seasons, possibly longer, the starting 11 that West Ham start with the Premier League season never happens in the second match.
Yeah.
So there's a strong possibility we could be in that situation where quite quickly, depends on the result, we might see Potts come in. I mean, we've become heavily reliant or quite, highly thoughtful of Potts, considering he's still not actually played the game or started a game for us at this level. So I don't know.
I'm not name dropping, but I was last night talking with 𝗪𝗪𝗧, and we were talking about Freddie Potts, and because we were talking about modern players and particularly modern young players, and when they don't get into the West Ham side, and they basically fall off the face of a cliff really. And he said the thing about Freddie is he is so determined to play for West Ham, so determined. It's like it is his mission in life to do that, and it's just, I thought he'd have got that opportunity today, because the issue is if Guerrero plays shit and Freddie starts next game, it's Chelsea at home. You know what I mean? London derby under the lights, fucking hell. For a youngster to make your Premier League debut under the lights against Chelsea,
against pace,
exactly, against
shitloads of it.
I mean, he's not being funny. Xhaka is not the quickest person. Obviously, he's got fast, and I mean that's why. Yeah, I don't mind playing Guerrero like in that holding role, but I mean, you look at Xhaka. He's got fucking Habib Diarra on one side of him, and he's got his mech. I can't remember the other guys on the other side. Really quick young players, and he can be there almost like the quarterback. Just sort of getting involved where he needs to be. That's how Guerrero should be utilised, not alongside someone who is probably about a year younger than him. But
if I go back further than even that, I did expect newer names on that starting 11, because if we'd have done business a lot earlier, then I genuinely think we would be in that situation where we would have that fresh look about us, but we don't, and I think that's just the thing that kind of annoys me slightly. But
I mean, this is a good comment from Mandy. He goes, how much worse are we offensively than last year? Are we worse off in an attacking perspective than we were last year? Obviously, there is one Ghanaian's not here anymore.
Yeah, but I suppose the answer to that question is yes and no, right? It's because of the player you just mentioned, but then again, it's no because of the performances he put in last year. There was times that people were calling for him not to start, but the only reason you wanted him to start is because you genuinely believed he was going to find his form again, which he never ever did. I am excited by Füllkrug because he looks fit. He looks fit. He looks excitable. He looks like he's popular, and I like that. And I'm not even going to say like as long as he's fit. I think as West Ham fans, we've become such accustomed to our strikers never being fit. So let's just pray and hope that no matter who you are, you just come to West Ham and that kind of goes. So yeah, cool. We all know what Bowen's capable of doing in his day, so there's no concerns there. We know if Paqueta's on form, there should be no concerns there. Should be, but we need him to be on form with a new clear head, clear spaces in. I just think it's just those other two players. I think that would have been massive. And I think that's quite clear. If the rumours are to be led to be true, that's the area we're heavily looking at. I think we need another. I would like another striker, young, vibrant backup plan. or just option, because Wilson isn't the option. I think he's I've bought into it. I'm not happy with it, but I've bought into it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because if he does bang in a couple of goals over the season and they turn into, a positive result, then so be it. But we need a young striker. We need a couple of midfielders that can come in and absolutely dominate that midfield and become pacey and transformable. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I think yeah. I think it's, if you look at someone like Liverpool, what they're doing at the moment. So clearly they've got defensive problems from yesterday's game, but rather than, they probably will go and get gear from Crystal Palace, but they've already got Giovanni Leone from Parma, who's 18. They bought him yesterday. So for me, you've got the next on the conveyor belt ready to roll. And we're scrabbling around for this season, and Liverpool are already planning for the next 2, 3, 4 seasons ahead in terms of the title space.
But they can.
Yeah.
But we can. But we have to do it differently, because we can't challenge. And I'm not saying that you're saying this. I'm just we can't compete in the market with any of these other teams. So that's why when you look at the history of what Potter's done, well, not the history, forget Chelsea, but look at Brighton, signing players from the non-top 5 leagues in Europe, and finding the best players in that market and bringing them in and taking the risks, and because they're low-level risks because they don't cost as much money, and then if you sell one on for a massive amount of profit and you sell the others on for profit because they don't cost a lot of money, then so be it. But we don't seem to have changed our ways, and for some reason we've just not brought in. And I know Potter said he was quite happy with the transfer business that he's done, but I think that's, it depends on how you listen to it and understand it. Like, are you happy with the youth? Yes, because we all are.
Yeah, exactly. He's happy with what they've done, not
with what they've done, but not with the fuller, the fuller package.
That's the way.
So, that's the way I would take that. So, it's going to be interesting because we've not seen them in we've seen again. You've got to take preseason with a pinch of salt. If we'd been beaten every game, we'd be sitting here going, take it with a pinch of salt. If we'd won every game, we should be also saying, take it with a pinch of salt. But Guido's obviously been doing something. Listen, Ward-Prowse isn't pacey.
No.
But he can ping the ball about. He can keep a hold of the ball and he can ping the ball about. If he does that and he allows the freedom and the overlap in runners go, 12 minutes time we'll find out what kind of energy we're going to have.
And with 12 minutes time, thanks to obviously our channel sponsors, Match Bingo, they've got the QR code just above Mr. It's probably be above me because it's mirrored, so it's like it's always weird. QR code up there, hit that. Over 18 or over, UK based. Download the app. Get your bingo cards for the game. Make it a little bit more exciting, maybe in terms of it could be they have things like 5 shots or more. Yellow card on the 70th minute, that type of thing, and you can win some prizes. And we've won a couple of prizes at the West Ham Network, which the guys at Match Bingo kindly donated that money to Irons Food Banks and stuff like that. So get involved with that. They're very good, and they'll be with us hopefully all season, which is great. Mandy makes a good point. If Bowen and Paqueta get injuries, what happens?
Well, there you go. Like that's there lies your issue there, because we don't have enough cover. Again, we're back to the squad. We don't have, and to replace Bowen, you're talking about covering Bowen is what, up to 18 goal contributions in a season minimum, is it in total, roughly on average? On average, like this season's vital for us as well, Russ. I do believe this because if we don't do anything, Bowen's well within his rights to head out after this season. I don't think it's a dead set because he's got a 7-year contract with us that he's there for the rest of his contract. And I don't think it's a dead set because he's married to Danny Dyer. Like, let's not be stupid here. Like, if we don't do anything this year, then we're we need to do something. We need to do something.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think, and I think last year was a bit of an eye opener for us because obviously 3 years in a row we had European football. In terms of attracting players in, was easier to attract players in when we had European football. Now without European football, you can't attract. It's about the monetary value then, and then we'll get into a position where we're overpaying wages and stuff like that to get these players in, and we'll be in an even worse predicament, than we are in now at the moment. So it's a double-edged sword, and it all depends. It all sort of stems from performances in the league. Play well in the league, get the money in the league, get into Europe, and that type of thing. Players, all that type of stuff. And
isn't it funny though? Like it's we could be sitting here, and then at the end of the game, we could have won convincingly, looked amazing. Guido could be man of the match, and we're like, "What the fuck were we talking about? What do we know?" And again, it does come down to right now. We're all making that judgment because that's what it is. It's a judgment based upon what we've seen in the past and blah blah blah. But we're not there every day in training. We aren't, and we know that, and that's really essentially what it comes down to. But today's going to be a case of, I don't doubt for a second Potter's going to go. I don't think he's going to go up to Guido and go. I think he'll say stuff like, "Do what you're doing in training." I certainly don't think he'll say, "If you don't, you're getting whipped." But I think every professional footballer should know if you don't perform at the highest level, you're going to get pulled off. And I do think there's a chance that might happen. But I think that's really for every player, if anyone's having a mare today. But again, if I look at positives, Russ, I can't, it's a big, let's go back to it. Hermansen starting in goals. He only signed last week. That's a statement. I don't know. What does that mean? Does that mean, Areola's not going to want to play second fiddle? He seems settled and he seems happy. Areola, he does. He doesn't seem unhappy at all. He's obviously he's been at London for many years now. So he seems really settled in London. And he seems to be a player that seems, I don't know if he's quite content being second choice.
I don't know.
If I'm thinking about his Paris Saint-Germain career, think about his French international career, I don't know, maybe he's just too comfortable. Maybe.
Well, I think he's been too comfortable since Fabianski was announced. I think ever since the announcement that he was leaving, his performance has dipped tremendously in my eyes. I think with him, last year when they were both sort of combating for the number one spot, him and Fabs both got dropped and threw their toys somewhat out the pram a little bit. But I just think, personally, what I think's happened is we know that we was never buying, in terms of what I was saying to you about the sources, all the information we got. They were never going to sell Areola. They were never going to buy two goalkeepers and get rid of Areola to Galatasaray. I think Galatasaray are going to get Ederson potentially, and then Man United, Man City going to get Donnarumma or something crap. So it was always going to be Hermansen and Areola. I think personally that Casper, the friendly goalkeeper coach, has now had 2-3 weeks with Areola, probably now, and not the decision's made to move on, but the decision will be made to eventually bring in a younger number two.
Yeah.
And move on. Because it might be funny, it's a World Cup year for Areola. He's probably about third choice goalkeeper for France, maybe fourth choice. Paris FC have apparently offered him Liga football. If you're trying to get back into the French national side, it's your last World Cup. Is it worth a loan deal? Get 100, and even if we pay half his wages, we're still, that's that 60 grand a week we've saved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's options there, but he's made the big bold statement. He's put Hermansen in, and again, I'm actually quite positive about the back six, and I really hope at the end of the game that statement's gonna not bite me in the arse. But I do think Todibo in his days a top quality player. I think Gerd in his days a top quality player. And I think Kyungmin on his days a top quality player. And I think we've not saw the best of all three of them because they've not played together very regularly. And I think pre-season for the three of them has been really cool. And I like the fact that the club released Todibo spoke out saying, I've had a full pre-season under my belt. To be honest, I think the club have done a really good job with the whole pre-season video stuff. They've really positioned it so in terms of trying to convey a real team spirit. They've pushed
Fulcru to the front in terms of loads of this social media stuff. How great am I? I think they've done a good job. And he said the Todibo interview, they did a thing yesterday about who's going to be the breakthrough star for West Ham this year, and all the players, and I think they've actually done a good job there.
And they have. And the thing is, yourself, Russ. You can't put that. The video they did with Fulcru, for example, you can't do that with any player, because if you don't have that kind of mindset or attitude to do what he does, like, people find things like that awkward. So he seems to be that way. I seen Scott's comment there about, sorry, just jumping in here. Mavo has shown a lot more than Todibo. I don't agree personally, Scott, and I know everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I really do think there's a bomb scare in Mavro. To be honest with you, I think I've not rated him massively since he came in. And I remember, Rush, I think you got to, I can't remember, did you watch a game? I can't remember. Was there a game you were at, and I don't know, right back at the start, you said that he fucking likes to get forward, and I think we all knew he liked to get forward.
Yeah.
And then he was smashing shots from like 30, 40 yards out. But
that's what he did at Stuttgart, didn't he, Mavo? So, what's happened to... Sorry.
Somerville. No. That's what Mandy's meant.
He'll be back at the Tottenham game. That's when they do. Tottenham, I reckon.
And Mandy, that will feel like a new signing, because I'm excited about Somerville. Like, that is, like, in actual fact, I kind of forgot about Somerville for a second there until you mentioned him. So him coming back in will be cool, and I'm looking forward to that. And that's a kind of an answer to if someone does pull up with an injury and or start a game. He'll probably be in that team, won't he? He should be in the team when he's back fit.
Should be.
Yeah. So you just got to bring that pace in the middle of the park, and
we'll wait and see what happens, innit? We'll wait and see what happens. Just about to kick off in a minute. The teams are lining up as we speak.
And on that note, Mr. DJ Russie B, I'm going to leave you. And for all your reference, everyone on the West Ham Network, I'm back with a vengeance. I've got my office set up ready. I am fully connected. There should be no internet issues, touch wood, moving forward. You can all hear me loud and clearly, because Russ has helped me out get the microphone, so we're sorted. Unfortunately, I won't be here for the next Matchday live, because I am in sunny Spain. But after that, I will be back for the foreseeable future.
Right. That's it. Got rid of him finally. Right. Oh, shut up. Here we go. Right. So, hopefully you like the new graphics. Look at this. The new graphics. Very exciting stuff. Look, I can do that. I can change it. So I can put this. There's a Sunderland team. Isn't it? Got some little bubbles. Don't forget to get your doubles and dabbers. That will close soon. Match bingo. So make sure you get that. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens today. I think it's. Have a look. Actually, if you guys don't forget, halftime, we've got some prizes to give away if you stay with us on the old West Ham Network. We've, as a guest, I had the pleasure of chatting and talking to Thomas Rebka. Obviously, we've got the interview tomorrow, which will be fun. But we've got a signed Thomas Rebka photo. That's going to be given away to one lucky viewer at halftime. And Julien Faubert. Good old Julien. He spoke very well yesterday. Very well. Both absolutely adore the club. And it's lovely to see. Lovely to see. Darcy's obviously a Sunderland fan. Good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you. Obviously on the bench, we've got the likes of Freddie Potts and various others. I'm just going to take this off. I don't need to wear this because Anton's fucked off now, isn't he? Anyway, let me just sort this out. Just doing the old, what's it called? The old thingamajig. West Ham in their lovely blue kit. Big fan of the blue kits. Any goals we can see, 9% will be from errors in the system. There we go. Michael has spoken. I think they're just doing a minute's silence. Good luck to you, Darcy, after today. I think they're doing a minute's silence for Diego Jota, I believe. Very nice too. No, it's not. Yeah, Diego Jota, yeah, on Andre Silva. Question is, Guilherme injured? I do not know. Marshall has had an illness, which he was taking antibiotics for. So I don't know if he's still. That's why he's not playing. I don't know. Toby's gifted 10 West Ham Network memberships. How kind of you. And obviously anyone who's a West Ham member gets entered into our monthly draws, as well as these types of things we give away every month, every watch along, but every month we give stuff away as well. So don't forget to get involved with that. Don't forget, if you're leaving at halftime now, coming back halftime, don't forget we do have the draw for the signed shirts, signed photos. I tell you what, yesterday was a really good night. Thomas Repko obviously doesn't speak very well good English. They had a translator, this old battle-axe of a woman, and it was hilarious because he started swearing in Czech, and then he passed the mic to it, dickhead, bastard. It was really funny, really funny. Absolutely electric atmosphere at Sunderland. It seems absolutely electric. They've got a tifo and everything. So let's be the party poopers, shall we, for this one? West Ham to kick off, playing left to right in our lovely blue kits, and obviously Sunderland, as you would imagine, in their red and white striped kit. And we are just about to kick off shortly. Now we will be a little bit behind you guys if you're watching it anywhere. So hopefully not too far behind. And we are off, my friends. We have kicked off. We are off, and let's be having you. Hermanson with the first touch of the ball, hoofs it long to Füllkrug. Here's me talking about how well he plays and distributes. Hoof straight away. Kilman's got it around the back now. It starts now, doesn't it? It starts now. So nice little play around the back three, the back five, back six. I'm happy as Anton. I'm happy with the back six as well. Really happy with this back six. I think it's really, really good. I'm really happy with it, to be honest. Some people have got issues with Kilman. I'm all right with Kilman. Tried to hoof a ball up for Bowen to knock it onto, but that didn't work. Clearly, we never got your predictions. But don't matter. I think most people were a little bit pessimistic. I personally think if we get a draw out today, then that's a good result considering just the weirdness of the first game of the season. It's just you get some really weird results first game. And also, anyone interested in there's a new app called Finalysis, which I'm part of, and you can be part of too. Go to finalysisapp.com. And you can apply to be a West Ham finalicist, or even just download it to read what everyone's talking. The likes of Sloth, Babbling Irons, Jamie Talks, I think Gary from Bobby Moore Stand, Grace we've had on the channel before. Anyway, we're all on it, so have a look around. Not much happening. Playing it around in the middle. Guerrero to Paqueta out wide to Mr. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who won't be against his Congolese teammate Arthur Masuaku. They've got Ronaldo instead, who is from, I believe, Atletico Madrid. I will intimately be playing both sides, just so don't worry, it's not a Sunderland match. We'll go back to West Ham. I can do it. You see, I can look. It's good, isn't it? Anyway, not really much happening. A little bit ball forward. Mads has got the ball. Nice little diag to Füllkrug. That's definitely something they should have been practicing on in training for sure, because Füllkrug knew exactly where that was going. Now Bowen's got the ball. Bowen's on the attack. Bowen's running into the box. He's in the box. He's going to take a shot. Oh, save from the goalkeeper. Out for a West Ham corner. Bowen with a tampon up his nose. He banged it in the warm-up, apparently. Bowen, exactly what you want. Takes the ball, direct run into the box. First proper shot, saved by the goalkeeper. Out for a West Ham corner. No doubt will be taken by James Ward-Prowse. Good start. That's a bit better. Obviously, they've got a new goalkeeper as well. Roos from I don't remember. Anyway, JWP corner, puts it back stick. Keeper slaps it. Diouf takes a shot. Miles over. But nice to see. Worth a poke, wasn't it? Worth a poke. Jay, hope you're well. Sean's in the chat. Gary reckons 2-0. He's excited to see Diouf the most. Hope you're well, Gary. Paul says 3-1. What we got here? I'm getting Aussie rules instead of West Ham. Yeah, I mean, that shot was very Aussie rulesy. Anywho. Sunderland are playing it around the back now. Let them have the ball. Seems as soon as they cross halfway into their half, then we start pressing, which is good. Very noisy at Sunderland. Very noisy. Nice ball there. They've gone out wide. They've got the ball. They're not really doing much. Little triangles. They've crossed it in deep, but it's hit the player straight away. One of our players hit Diouf. Now, I think it was Jacques with a little. No, was it Ballard for a little run forward? Knocks it off again for a throw on in line with the box. That was Habib Diarra, obviously one of the players we were linked with, who they bought from Strasbourg. Strasbourg, I believe. Oh, West Ham would make me go sleep. Anyway, if you're new and here, think subscribing and also why don't you subscribe and also check out tomorrow. We've got the Thomas Repka interview, Miami's 11, which is quite funny indeed. Bit of 2 and 4, not really much happening, but it's all just by our box, which is slightly frustrating. I prefer it not to be happening by our box, but hey ho. Hey ho. Tried to release the ball, went straight back to the Sunderland there. Sunderland running down the wing, cuts back inside, goes back to the left back, goes all the way back to their goalkeeper. Not too exciting there, but that is fucking loud. I'll tell you, it is fucking loud. Oh, in the box, take a shot. Good save by Mads. I can't see who that player was. It was number 19. That was that Diarra. Diarra managed little 1-2 run into the box. Decent save by Mads Hermansen. And that's why we paid the big bucks. That's why we paid the big bucks. That's all for a corner now for Sunderland, I believe. Anywho, corner to Sunderland. Yeah, I know. Corner to Sunderland. Here it comes. They're going to be whipped in. Out for a West Ham goal kick. That was Ballard, wasn't it? Yeah, Ballard. We were linked to him. He used to play for Arsenal, didn't he? I think Ballard, if I remember correctly. We were linked to him. 7 minutes, almost 7 minutes gone. No goals conceded in the Premier League so far. For us, so undefeated in the Premier League. Not conceded a single goal in the Premier League. Good save by Mads, though. Good, decent save. Out for West Ham throw, just in line with the pretty much just inside our half. What we got? What else is happening? No goals anywhere so far today, including obviously Aston Villa 0, Newcastle 0. We're down to 10 men, weren't they? Brighton of Fulham 0-0. Obviously Sunderland, West Ham 0-0. Spurs, Burnley 0-0. Wolves versus Man City at 5:30. So far, been reasonably pleased with Mads' distribution so far. I think it's been quite good. If you're watching on Twitter, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll give you the link. Give you a link. Come and join us on the dark side. Come over to YouTube. There's over 600 of you watching on Twitter so far, I think. So there's the link. Come and join us. Come and join us. Not really much happening, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, Paqueta has the ball on our halfway. manages to not even touch the ball, but still win a throw on. Very impressive. Very impressive. Anyway, Aaron with a nice throw. Bit of possession now. That's what we need. Preston are one up against Leicester City, says Michael. Obviously, Leicester relegated. Now we have Mads Hermansen as their goalkeeper. Oh, good. I do apologise. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka has the ball. Literally on a halfway line. JWP to Füllkrug, and back to JWP. They are definitely pushing. It is definitely a 3-4-2-1 formation. It's definitely those wing backs are wingers. They are pushed right up the earth. Magic's got the ball. It's gone back to 𝗪𝗓𝗪, keeping the ball for a bit. Forbes is starting for Nottingham, for Northampton. Cobblers, no, it's true. Casey on the bench. Casey had a good debut the other day for Swansea. Decent showing. Anyway, Jean-Claire's got the ball, doing very well. Nice bit of keep ball for once. Spurs are now 1-0 up against Burnley. Diouf's got the ball, boys back, gets fouled. No, ref plays on. Richarlison after 10 minutes, as long as it's not that other little guy. He's playing, yeah. Nice ball by Diouf, straight into the middle to Bowen. Oh, just couldn't get it across. If he did get it across, and that's where pace comes in. Diarra's got the ball, and the first thing he does is move so quickly forward, and that's what we don't have. Mads, nice, cool touch of the ball. Guy running towards him. Medienda, put it back. Job done. Michael asks, when will Kante? Kante is not ready yet. He needs to play a lot of football. He's only just come back from Paris FC. I think he'll have a season, in my view, with the under-21s this season. Maybe been brought up if needed for the cup games, but I think for me, he stays and works his way through there. Judas assist. Robert says thanks. And don't forget, Monday night, 7 p.m. at Rush Green, under-21s play Nottingham Forest under-21s to start the PL2. Having won 2-0 against Woking in the Cup on Wednesday. Mike Robson's men kick off their PL2 campaign. So free for season ticket holders, £5 for adults, £1 for kids, I think. And Füllkrug looks very coiffured today. Nice hair. Nice hair from Füllkrug. Anywho. Let's crack on. Anyways, ball in the middle from Sunderland, long ball over the top. Taliban does really well. Taliban's usual. Anywho, he set up the goal, Jay. Was he in your fantasy football league? How's everyone's fantasy football? Have everyone given up yet already? I haven't even looked yet. Anywho. Frog says, how are we all doing? How are we doodling? We're doodling all right. I think, it's 12 and a half minutes gone. And, nice little touch by Füllkrug, but no one saw it apart from Füllkrug. He tried a little back heel, but Bowen was a complete. Anywho. Not really much happening at all, to be perfectly honest. Not really much happening at all. They're playing it in the middle of the park. stats? What are stats so far? Let's have a look. Stats so far. Not much. Not really much, not really anything particularly exciting happening at all, to be honest, at the moment. And I think that could well be match stats: 66% possession to West Ham, 34% to Sunderland. Both had 2 shots on target, 2 shots. Both had 1 shot on target. Both had 2 touches inside the opposition hole. 1 save each, 1 foul each, 1 corner each. That's it. That's it. Are you wearing a whilst watching, Russ? No, I may well have to go for a wee at half time, as per usual. We'll see. I might be all right. I'm not drinking as much. I'm not for that exact reason. Maybe Anton might come back on half time. You never know. But at half time, hang about because we do have a couple of prizes to give away. Signed 𝗪𝗧 𝗛𝗘𝗥𝗟𝗔𝗡𝗗. He signed this yesterday personally. I was there. I handed it to him. And Julien Faubert, over 100 times played for West Ham, played for Real Madrid. There we go. We spoke about it. Was quite interesting. I was talking to him about that. He must get asked that question all the time. How the fuck did you end up Real Madrid? It was a really funny night. 𝗪𝗧 𝗛𝗥𝗟𝗔𝗡𝗗 was hilarious because, you'll see tomorrow how passionate he is about West Ham. It's a bit surprising in my eyes. But he does get very emotional. Anyway, bit of miscommunication there by West Ham. Is that out for a Sunderland throw on? Yeah, a bit miscommunication. No bag, keen to get. Yeah, exactly, Paul. Actually, in a weird way, possible might work. Trying to do that, isn't it? So it is about sort of maintaining, slowing the game down, taking the tempo, taking the sting out. Sunderland looking to rush through everything. They're looking to rush, really sort of want to get things moving. With West Ham just taking their time, killing the game, killing the momentum. Away from home, not a bad idea against Sunderland, in my humble opinion. Everyone camped up here, apart from their goalkeeper, in the West Ham half. Little dink ball in the middle, cleared by 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗥𝗟𝗡𝗥. Good tackle by Todibo. Cuts out quite a telling pass. As you would have seen, Toby kindly bought some memberships for people. He's obviously, a bit flush at the moment. So, if you get one, you'll be entered into the September draw. Every month we do draws for our members, give away some free stuff. Last week we gave away signed. Remember these T-shirts? Last game at the bowling, signed by Mark Noble. Oh, and Gary's given another 5. Everyone's been terribly generous today. So, we gave one of them away and some signed photos. And we always give away signed bits every month. And we give away signed stuff every match as well. So there'll be some, as I said, signed 𝗪𝗧 𝗛𝗥𝗟𝗡𝗥, signed Julien Faubert prints. They'll be given away at half time. So make sure you stay there. And you don't have to, it doesn't cost you a thing. Do you think Rodriguez will get a red card? So they can't understand why he's played. No idea. There we go. Well done, Gary. Very kind of you. If you want to be open to get, I think you have to go into your account and say your YouTube account, so you're open to gifts. Anyway, Sunderland got the ball in the middle. So we do a little refresh to show the Sunderland team. There we go. Diarra's looking good. I must admit, Diarra's looking good. Out of the two, Mav over Kilman, surely. No, I like Kilman, but that's just my opinion. A flapper or a catcher? I don't know. I've got a feeling he's a bit of both. I really do. I think he's a little bit eccentric, I think. Well done. Much appreciated, Gary. 5 network memberships he has bought and gifted for 5 lucky bastards watching today. If you are new around here, give it a like, give it a comment. Even if you're not new, and you're watching now, give it a like. Helps the channel. If you're watching this on playback, I don't know why you would do, but give it a little comment. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball, cuts it inside to Paqueta. Paqueta tries and plays for the foul, but doesn't get it. And now Sunderland are on the attack. Unfortunately, the ball was behind the player countering, so it sort of slowed everything down. Everything got slowed down very, very quickly. 18 minutes gone so far, almost 19 minutes. No goals conceded. A clapper, yeah. Back line looks more settled with our new shots. Honestly, people say, it's not particularly. It is a hugely important part of the puzzle, the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper is solid, the defence has more confidence in terms of being solid. The midfield doesn't have to feel like they've got to track back all the time. And same with the forwards as well. It really does create a proper foundation and gives the players an option as well. Nice little play. They try and jink the ball into the middle. Sunderland gets blocked, goes back outside, gets cross to the back stick. No one's there. Gets picked up by Sunderland, goes back again. Jinx. Paqueta does really well to win the ball. That was really good defending by Paqueta. He got done first time. The second time was right. Ball goes out wide to Bowen. There's only like 3 of them, and there's like loads of players there. Foul. Bowen does really well to draw the foul. He knew there wasn't hardly anything in front of him. And Rialdo from Athletic Madrid, he committed the foul. Bowen did really well. Just knew he was coming behind him. Is that Gooner running the midfield? No, I haven't really noticed much about him, but he's one of those players you don't, do you really? Well done. Nice one. Who's looking better? I think Sunderland looking more pacey on the attack, but we've both only had like a couple of shots each, or so I think we've had more possession. I think we were on about 66. It's gone down to 55 now, so there we go. But it's a free kick to West Ham. JWP is taking that free kick. Also, Diouf is standing over it. Oh, I like that. Let's see what we can do. Obviously, JWP will give a right, an out swinger. Diouf will give a in swinger based on where the ball is. So, I do like that shirt looks. I think that shirt looks really smart. Do you think the shirt looks smart? The blue shirt, quite like it. Quite like it. Actually, it should be a yellow. Yeah, maybe. I should have changed the things. That's the accrue. That's the third kit. The second kit accrue. But obviously they weren't going to play in that, were they? Too similar, unless you were Woki versus under 21s. The other that's ridiculous. Anyway, who's going to take it? Is it going to be Diouf? Is it going to be It's going to be JWP. Goes to the back stick. Oh, and everyone just no one even bothers jumping for it. Or missed time, but offside. Fucking hell. RBG and Smashing, great. Super playing against each other. I don't know. It looks like it, doesn't it? I like it. Agreed. Dynamics at the back could change drastically from the better with a new blood at the sticks. And it does. You just, just seem. I don't know whether we're looking into it a bit too more. Diouf does really well to get past it, to get something in. He gets knocked down, unfortunately. But Diouf is all action, man. The man is all action. I'll tell you what he is going to be. I like how he started off, mate. He's quick. He's always looking to get forward. Always looking to get the cross in. But you're right, Frog. Talking about a difference in goalkeeper. But also the back five know that they've got a goalkeeper who can play on the floor. So there we go. Is this the new third kit? Yes, it is. It's the new third kit. And like the away kit is like the accrue one, the off cream. Rodriguez as well to get rid of the ball there. Wan-Bissaka in the middle of the park. Diouf does look. Yeah, you're right. Doesn't. Anyone who watched it, go back and watch it. It's ridiculous the kick clash between Roy Woking and the under 21s the other day. I had yesterday. I had 4 or 5 people come up to me and said hello, and they watched the channel and stuff, and they all said about the first thing they said was, "Did you see the Woking game?" Yeah, ridiculous. We need someone Diouf in the middle of the. We need someone like Diouf in the middle of the park. Yeah, I think you need an all action, brute of a midfielder. No legs in midfield. God knows why Guido started. Don't know either. Couldn't tell which was which in my phone. Mental, isn't it? You'd think they'd even give them bibs or something like that. You know what I mean? But they didn't. It was like watching snooker in black and white. We need Freddie on the pitches, Kyle. Under 18s lost 2-0 at Southampton earlier today. They kicked off their PL2 with a 2 defeat against. Southampton, did they win the league last year? I think they did. I think they did. Some look terrible. They look very dodgy at the back. They look quite raw going forward. That makes sense. Pace, really quick. Just not that extra step aside. Lovely ball by Füllkrug for Bowen. Oh, Paqueta to Füllkrug for Füllkrug got the ball and just basically put it through his legs as like an assist through to Bowen. Bowen's in the box. He had 2 men on him, just couldn't get the shot away. What's happening with Pat-Man? Any truth to the rumours? I mean, it's not a rumour. So basically, Fabrizio Romano came out yesterday. It was offside anyway. Fabrizio Romano came out yesterday evening with a tweet saying, "Oh, Paqueta's thinking it might be time for a change. Nothing's really. He's just thinking about it." And as me and Anton said before, in sort of the pre-show to this, mostly every footballer player is thinking. I always think about a change in terms of job. There was no substance to that tweet. That tweet was just to get tongues wagging. There was nothing about that tweet. There's no. And the issue with that is, for me, is with the Paqueta thing. Let me have a look. Wait, see, Wan-Bissaka's bone unlucky. Think about the Paqueta thing. West Ham wants 60 million quid. Who's going to pay 60 million quid for him now? The only sides I think are going to pay him will be a Saudi Pro League side. I don't even think Man City will pay 60 million for him. And surely one of their bargaining chips would have been someone like James McAtee. He's gone. I don't think they're going to pay. I think City will pay 60 million for him. I don't think they will. So there's no real substance. He's thinking about it. But unless the side put money in, they ain't getting him. Simples. So anyway, Bowen's the ball. Bowen to Füllkrug. Füllkrug. Diouf. Oh, sure. So the ball goes across, and then Füllkrug does his little drag back to no one. He's like, "Who's he done it to?" And then outside the box, Diouf comes running, sprinting in. Really hard shot. Could have easily gone in. Under 21s look good. Yeah, well, the under 21s are like the 18s from last year. So, 18s are going to have some time to adjust. A lot of them are quite young. I do like the way Füllkrug's linking up. I do like him. Nice play by Rodriguez. Gold! Ball goes across. Again, Diouf didn't go for the whip. Drew it across the floor. Füllkrug literally a toe into it. Hits the Sunderland defender, goes back into the goalkeeper's hands. Oh, that was a great save by just re-showing Diouf's shot, and Ballard. He was the one who the goalkeeper was totally stranded with that. Totally stranded. Nice one. That's better. Come on, boys. Oh, foul West Ham. Yeah. Mads went for a kick. Paqueta nudged in the back. There you go. 23 centre back in the under 21s looked good. Which one's the 23-year-old centre back? Which one? And I'll tell you if he's good or not. Which one do you mean, man? What was the name? Was it you talking about Louise Al? Did he? I don't even know if he played. Let me know. Kante was very good. Very good player, and I've been telling you. Watch the Academy show every Monday, 6 o'clock and you'll yeah, there we go. He came on nice. He had a really good cameo. Paqueta, nice touch to Bowen. Bowen's in the middle, goes out wide to Diouf. Diouf back to Bowen. Bowen takes a shot, gets deflected. I like the link-up play. Very good player. 𝗪𝗘𝗧 pace for days, that boy. Pace for days. Yeah, West Ham definitely sort of growing into the game. We just need to keep going. JWP's a Paqueta. Paqueta's found a nice little hole. Goes dink over the top, but Bowen had to check his run. Paqueta is finding his nice this spot in between sort of Füllkrug and Bowen and sort of JWP and Rodriguez. He's getting to that middle bit and he's not getting picked up a lot. So he's allowed 62% possession for West Ham. Kante looked awesome. He's a destroyer, man. He's like Patrick Vieira, but can play. Come on, you wines, says TT Reaper. If you like what we do, give us a like. Always helps. Very kind. Half time we'll be giving away cut the sign bits, signed Thomas Repkin, signed Julian Bear photo to two lucky viewers. They have to just, and there's nothing, doesn't cost you nothing. Just put a tweet. I'll tell you what to put in the tweet, and that's it. Thought Louisa was out the door. It's only out the door, someone buys him, mate. Come on, West Ham. This is an easy 3 points. It should be. I think, Louisa and the under-21s. Yeah, I mean, did he play against Woking? But, I mean, he's a good, I just don't think he's got it to me. I can't believe how unbelievable you've got to like GP. Hope you are, mate. Hope you are well. And that's why I remind people, Gary. Some of them want to get men. I think they will. I think once they've got package trying to learn. Yeah, exactly. I think they will. They've got some good players, but they've got a lot of new players, and that takes time to gel. They're still buying more players as well. I think Jacob said from the side that beat Sheffield United in the playoff, he reckons only like 3 or 4 or 3 will be in here or something like that. Will actually be in this squad because there's so many new players. Paqueta again finds loads of space, goes out wide. Füllkrug's now playing on the right wing. What's he going to do? Jinx. Tries to get a cross in, gets out for a West Ham corner. Yeah. Out for a West Ham corner. Füllkrug playing right wing then. Paqueta has got so much space in this game. So much space. And they're not closing him down. You thought they'd have put Xhaka on him but they haven't yet. Yet we are. Loves a step over, does fully. But anyway, it's been changed to a goal kick. There we go. Fair enough. I think that's the right decision anyway. Let's not have a Forest game. All possession shots. Yep, indeed. Because if they do score first, the whole place would erupt and they'll all be like behind them. So try to be too. Yeah, it's not good. Nah, just be like me. Hashtag chilling like a villain. Nice to see loads of people here. Nice to see loads of people on Twitter as well. Over 1,000 of you watching on Twitter. If you could come over to the dark side and watch on YouTube, that's really useful because we get the revenue from that, not from Twitter. But I like to go on Twitter as well because it's nice to open up to a new audience. If you are don't want to watch us, please go over and subscribe to the West Ham Network YouTube channel. We've got a Thomas Repka interview tomorrow morning. No, tomorrow at lunchtime UK time. It's very interesting. Very interesting. We talk about signing, the influence of Luke McCloskey on him becoming a West Ham player. We talk getting relegated and 42 points, getting promoted, leaving the club, which managers he liked, which managers he didn't like at West Ham. And obviously we quickly go through his My Hammers 11 as well, which is already on my Instagram and stuff as a little teaser. But yes, very good. I need a chamomile tea. Potable gets me overexcited, says Damien. Never use Twitter in my 𝗪𝗘𝗧. There we go. Ball over the top, turn no one. 33 minutes gone. West Ham, Sunderland 0, West Ham 0. Dan just put a really good chat in really good thing in our chat saying at the end of the day, what's crazy is if you look at this side, If you look at this team that we're playing now, one or two, decent central midfielders, and we could really push on. The team are playing well. It's just that midfield core is letting them down. Indeed, YouTube equals prizes. Martin, hope you're well, mate. Good to see you. Kelmy-wise, indeed. Where would Somerville fit in? I don't know. Maybe he would fit in. I don't know. But it gives you an option, gives you a pace option. Fulkrug versus Xhaka there. Oh dear. Would you look at how Diouf kept that ball? No, exactly. Fans shouting. We've got a big fucking German. Fulkrug gives it a lovely little clap back. All good, mate. Hope you're well, Martin. Nice to see you. Don't know which Martin it is. There's a lot of Martins I know. Also, shout out to George. Little George. He was at the Thomas Repka night. Hopefully he didn't all the swear words. Because Jimmy Walker was very blue and Ginger Pele had a few pints of Guinness and the C-bombs get dropped very quickly with Ginger. Met George, lovely guy. Wanted a picture of me. Hey, and watches the show. So shout out to you, George. If you're not in, actually, I think you've got up to. If you haven't got up to Sunderland, thanks for coming over and saying hello, and also everyone else at Thomas Repka night who came over and said hello. It's lovely. Sunderland got the ball in the middle of the box. Kilman gets his head out of the way, in the way of it. Good boy. Again, clears, goes along with that, and Bowen clearly loses that one. Of course he would. Right, Sunderland still playing around in the middle. Russ, do you know? I have no idea, mate. No idea. I'm not sure if he did. In all honesty, I'm not sure if he did, but we'll see. West Ham will be good. I don't think, but one day, thanks be done. Oh, see that. Bye, Dan. Dan's off. I tell you, it was quite funny yesterday. Ian got he's been. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, yeah, no. Out for a goal kick. Out for West Ham goal kick. Ian from E30 events just come back. He went did the summer series and went over around, watched the games of West Ham pre-season, and he went to the White House and then he bought. He's had a load of West Ham baseball caps made up. Make West Ham great again. Not make America great again. Make West Ham great again. And was selling them. I thought it was quite funny. Anyway. Wan-Bissaka to Paqueta over the top to Bowen. That's more like it. Bowen down the right-hand side. That's where I want to see Bowen. Little ball into the middle. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, tries to get the ball to Fully. Fully turns around. Almost. Jean-Claire does really well to win the ball back. Jean-Claire to Paqueta. Jean-Claire carries on running. Goes to Bowen. Bowen back into the JWP. JWP to again to Diouf. Everyone in the Sunderland half. Everyone probably in the Sunderland third, I'd say. JWP to Paqueta to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, nice ball out wide to Todibo. Todibo does a little. No, he tried to kill it, but it hit their player and went out for a throw. Exactly, make West Ham great again. It's quite make Hammers great again, yeah. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka is going to throw on just in line with the box. Sunderland's make what? So we're going to put it on GP. How dare you? Throw to Todibo. Nice that he threw it backwards. Not to throw it in front and lose the ball. We keep possession. Again. Everyone's they're giving the high press for us. Mads, that's his first dodgy, not even dodgy one, but he's gone out wide. First poor kick from him, I think. Anyway, Sunderland throw inside their half. They throw it backwards to their centre back. Need the East in front of London. That'd be nice, yeah. Nice. West Ham apparently have completed 206 passes Sunderland have only completed 109 passes. 100, 200, almost twice as many passes we've completed so far. That's pretty impressive, if I say so myself. And we should be ahead. You know, it's the first time I've said that in a long time. You know, we should be ahead. Yeah. We've been playing some pretty decent football. Rodriguez, what the fuck was that? But Diouf's done well to unlucky. Rodriguez, really poor ball. I like I know the badge is quite big there, but I quite like the big badge. If it's a little bit smaller, I quite like the simplicity of it. Paqueta's holding his right. He's got to be doing that. East London is a city in South Edinburgh, though, says Paul. We've got 5 minutes to half time. There won't be a lot of injury time, I'd say. If you can stay with us at half time, you've got a chance to win some signed bits. Long ball by Sunderland. Foul on Todibo. West Ham free kick. After the game, I believe Mr. Baker will be doing the highlight show. And again, as always, is that set up? As always, we'll be doing the old thing, so it'll just transfer you straight across. You don't have to do anything. Once I close this stream, it goes automatically over there. I think I need to check. Better check first in case. Kick forward by Mads. Oh, Paqueta. No, poor ball. Todibo wins it. He's already done it. Anyway, we don't shout London. It's East London, says Michael. Very true. Just inside the last 5 minutes. JWP's got the ball. I mean, we've pretty much been camped up for the last 20 minutes in their half, haven't we, to be honest? Kilman to Agaid to Mads. He kicks it very nicely, does Mads Hermansen. Wan-Bissaka is going to take a throw on halfway through into the Sunderland half to Paqueta. Paqueta back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka looks up. Where's he going to go? Creeps in field. Goes back to Todibo. Todibo to JWP. JWP has a little look. Turns back round. Passes it forward to Bowen. Bowen back to JWP. Still midway into their half. Not much progress going forward. Paqueta JWP gets it back, goes out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka starts the ball forward. Deep cross to Diouf, who does well to get a piece of it. Shot. Full crew tries to get the rebound. Nothing. No. Nah. And now Sunderland on the attack. That's trouble. And they're so quick. Although fair play to Paqueta. Paqueta's doing very well to trying to get back. Even tried the foul. Didn't quite work. Little ball out wide. That's their game plan. That's clearly what they're going to do. Offside? What's doing? I don't know. If and when on top, you need to score. You totally do, my friend. You totally do, Peter, as you all know. Ready to fall asleep, Jack is. West London is posh, and the folks there sniff cheese, says GP. There we go. He would know. He's Roland Rat. They've appealed for VAR on that, but that's not going to be VAR at all. He had no chance moving his hand out of the way. It's a corner to Sunderland. And it's going to be whipped in. Although literally, as soon as he's going to take the kick, the ref, you can hear his whistle go straight away. He's going to get, oh, fucking hell. Still to the kick anyway. Habib Diarra getting involved. Going to be 1-0 to the Cotley boys. Thomas Souček, 89th minute winner. I can't see GP's posts. Weird. Very weird. There's GP. Can you see that? Oh, it's a corner. Get it out. Clear it. Out for another corner. Other side of Sunderland. This is probably where they'll score now. Would you swap Potato Head for? I'd swap Pretty Pots for that. That's what I would swap. Granit Xhaka taking the corner for Sunderland. Away the lads with an A, not an O. As we all know. Oh, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. Anyway, Diarra's trying to make himself a right nuisance. Corner. Straight into the hands. Headed straight into the hands of Mads Hermansen. You can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to create a diversion. As they've got Diarra sort of being the blocker, so Todibo can't defend against Ballard. That's what they're trying to do. Anyway, West Ham have the ball. JWP. This is what we need. We need some energy in the midfield. We haven't got it. You saw Sunderland when they got the ball, they just turned and ran. Diarra just turned and run, and that's what we need. We need to beat Diarra. That's what we need. Anyway, it's happened. Move on. Sunderland playing it around the middle. Fulcrum does really well to hold up the ball. Goes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to JWP. JWP. Nice. No, it was a nice ball. To Diouf. Again. Wins the header out for Sunderland. Just inside their half. Don't think it's going to be a lot of injury time at all. In fact, no injury time. No injury time at all. It's half time. No injury time. When have I ever had a game with no injury time? Which shows me that fuck all happened really the whole game, in all honesty. I'll back him as Punch would say, that's the way you do it. Yeah. Totally agree, Raven. Right. We've got some free stuff to give away. We've got some free bits and bobs to give away. If you want to win, let's go with hashtag. I'm going to go with, if you want to win, very simple. We're going to do a couple of draws. Then I want your one-word match halftime analysis. I want you to put Magic Diouf in the comments, and we're going to give away a couple of bits. We've got a Thomas Repka signed picture, and also a Julien Faubert signed photo. Real Madrid's Julien Faubert. Signed yesterday. They signed him yesterday. So if you want to win anything, as it like Toby says, Magic Diouf. Have you seen? No, haven't seen anything like that so far. Simon, if you want to win, you've got to do exactly like this. Magic Diouf. Otherwise, you're not going to win. Yes, James. Anyone. Don't have to be a subscriber. If you're watching now, even on Twitter, hashtag Magic Diouf, and you get entered into the free. What I will do is, if I do that, and that will do, and I'm going to add in so we can see. That's it. That's better, Steve. Well done. Let's get that going. So Magic Diouf. Jay, it's got to be hashtag Magic Diouf. Hashtag Magic Diouf. That's it. Get your Magic Dioufs going in. On Twitter, I think you can get involved as well, I think. If not, come over to the dark side afternoon. Let's all get Pots of Suchik on for. Well, you need to take two people off, Narky. Doesn't work like that. Well done, Simon. That's it. Magic Diouf. So this one will be going to the signed. Can I do that? And that? There we go. Right, let's give it a draw. There'll be another one in a minute. There'll be another one. Keep them coming in because we're going to keep drawing them. This is for the Julien Faubert signed picture. And that's going to go to Toby. Toby's won one. You've won one, Tobes. You've won one. Good old Tobes. He wins a signed Julien Faubert shirt. Keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. Keep your Magic Dioufs coming in. Rigged, yeah. Toby's never won one. Never won one. Let's keep the hashtag Magic Diouf. Keep that going in. We're going to do another one in a minute. Not just the hashtag, John. Not just the hashtag. That's it, Neil. Keep them going in, son. Frog in a well done. Dan's done it. This one's going to be for the signed Thomas Repka print. As I said, we have Thomas Repka on the channel later on tomorrow. So I might even play a little snippet of that in a minute, actually. Right, let's see who's won that. If it's West Ham Network, we rerun it. We rerun it. Obviously. And that goes to Biggles Hammer. Biggles, we're gonna do one more draw. One more. I'm feeling generous. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. Keep them coming in. Keep those Magic GIFs coming. Not Magic Russ, yeah, or Magic Mike. Keep them in. Keep them going in. So well done to Biggles. You won one. This last one is a West Ham retro notebook available on Amazon. Just Google, just in Amazon search West Ham retro notebooks. And there's all this is the Boys of 86 one, signed by Mr. Phil Parks. So we got rid of Faubert, we got rid of that, and then we got this Phil Parks signed notebook. That's going to go to, let's draw that bad boy. That's going to go to Fred. Well done, Fred. So if you want, Toby, send it as well, just so I've got it all. So because I have to when I send it. So Toby, Biggles Hammer, and Fred, if you message us at West Ham Network at gmail.com, your postal address, I'll get that sent out to you on Monday, maybe this week. Let's have a quick look. What we got? Let's go through here. Yeah, legend. Well done, Fred. Congrats, Fred. Well done, Freddie boy. I'll pop round if you like. I know where you live. Toby, you're always welcome, mate. Just let me know so I can put a dust around. Right. What will be great in the chat is to give me your one word halftime analysis. I just want one word. How would you sum up that first half? That's all I want. One word. Not go one word. I'm sure you know what one word is. And we'll go through some of them because that's always quite fun to see what people think. So like Ethan's gone for stale. I get that. Martin's there. Monotonous. Now that is 2 words, GP. So I'm just going to go with floppy. Belief, says Connor. Ridiculous, says Martin. Balanced. Rusty. I think rusty's a good one. Dull, says Graham. Slippery. Slippery when wet. Slippery when wet. Mare. Optimistic. Flaccid. Gone for flaccid now. Oh, fair enough. I'm just seeing. So I'm just seeing this. So you should get involved in this. This is really good. For analysis, you should get involved, peeps. If you want to get involved, it's really good. In my uninspiring. What else? Let's go for it. We've got Mayor Optimistic. Sporific. What's sporific mean? I like learning new words. Soporific. Tending to induce Drowsiness or sleep. Perfect. Love it. Love it. I'm going to use that more. You've been being really sporific. Is that how you pronounce it? Uninspiring, promising, lackluster. Interesting. Different opinions people have got. Fine. Unimpressed. Trying. Who would you bring on, Rastafari? I would bring on Freddie Potts. And I mean, you look at what's available on the bench. I think it's really Potts, really. I wouldn't change any of the defense, midfield. Maybe Souček, just in terms of giving you options there. I mean, that's the issue, isn't it? I mean, we really haven't got that thing. You haven't got that sort of off the bench, optimistic, incomprehensible. It's perfect again. Slow, incandescent. Nice word. We could get Potts and Souček. Positive, has done nothing to get in the game. I think he's done all right. I mean, he hasn't really. I mean, the fact is, if you don't recognise the defenders, it usually means they're doing their job. Because the only reason you use it to do something exceptional, like run the ball forward or do something really cataclysmic, that's a good word. And they haven't. So cautious, tight. Potts, Irving, yeah. I mean, if he can play Rodriguez, he can play Irving. Dare I say, Wilson? I would not be surprised if you see him come on. Sluggery. Now, some people are just like have been googling stuff. Now I'm gonna have to. Now I've definitely read that word before on one of these programs. Light, delicate, and translucent. Diaphanous. Good word. What missing is some supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I totally agree. It's what everyone's wanting for. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is sounding quite atrocious. I think for me, I think in terms of observing the first half, those clearly the wing backs are playing as wingers, not as defensive players. Really pushing forward. I think they've both probably both been the best two players on the pitch for us. Diouf and Wan, maybe Aaron, maybe Diouf, Magic slightly more in terms of I was scoring them in the first half. Fulkrug's tried to get things going. There's been some nice touches from him. Bowen, when he's in the position which suits him best, it's clearly much better. But you see Paqueta trying to find spots. He's finding a little bit of, a little pocket really, but we're not really exploiting that particularly well. So we'll see. Wish Crescencio was fit. Yep, me too. In terms of the bench, we have Areola, Kyle Walker-Peters, Alvarez, Wilson, Mavropanos, Souček, Skulls, Potts, and Irvin. On their bench, they have got Patterson, Rigg, Neil, Lefay, Jones, Mark Guerrero, and Delatelli. They've got Roberts and Isidore. No idea. No idea either. Berserk. What we've got here? Marshall injured. Marshall, I believe, he was ill. He was ill last week and was on antibiotics. So whether that's a difference or not, I don't know. Bagel, nothing happened. Very good. Raven, well done. Very good. I like that. a lot. Free Guillermo. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him today. No idea, mate. No idea. But we shall see. We shall see what happens. We'll see what happens at half time. Almost coming up to half End of half time now. So I'm just waiting to see. Match stat 64% possession for West Ham, 36 for Sunderland. We've had 6 shots, they've had 4. Both had 2 shots on target. We've had 12 touches inside the opposition's box. Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Sunderland have had 7. We've had 2 goalkeeper saves, they've had 1. We've had 3 fouls, they've had 4. Corners, 3 for them, 1 for us. So, you know, in terms of play, mental and stuff like that, definitely I'd say West Ham have had, particularly I reckon after about 25 minutes, we had a really good spell. Just trying to see if there's any subs. Doesn't look like it. No, there isn't, and that's why I think we miss it. We miss someone who goes, you know, I'll just whack him on. He's gonna have a go, like a Callum Marshall, really. He call a match winner, but someone who could come on off for something different. Just trying to see if there's been any substitutions. Wilson coming scoring and Wheeler would be something to, particularly as an ex-Newcastle player as well. He could come on and easily get booed by both sets of fans, couldn't he? Thinking of it, in all honesty, and you can see him coming on, grabbing the winner and giving it a twitch to literally the whole crowd, not just the home fans, but the away fans as well. Bowen will score 1-0, says Ethan. Just see, it doesn't look like any changes for them either. There's a guy with a lot of tattoos there. He's on the bench. So if he did have a niggle, you wouldn't put him on the bench, surely. And you would put him, unless Potter's getting some of the money he gets through Matchday appearances. Connor reckons Souček late winner. Looks like no changes so far. Sit down if you don't. Right. 45 minutes to go. 0-0. Let's see what we can do, boys. Let's see what we can do. Sunderland kicking left to right for this half. Ooh, and we're off. And we're off. Come on, you irons. Come on, you irons. Let's see what we can do. Let's have a go. Let's have it. Come on, let's have it. Okie dokie. West Ham trying to press the ball early doors. Giedo does. Is that Giedo? Can't be Giedo. He's running, surely. No, Paul Crew. Giedo West Ham fans, always, as per usual. And a foul to Sunderland. Ballard's going to be taking it. Hoofs it down the line. Again, hoofs it straight back. Fox is 20 minutes away from Sunderland visiting a mate. Oh, he should have popped down, seen some boys. Fulcrew's got the ball. Get fouls? No. Tackled? No. Need to win this with a tough fixture. Pete, every game's tough in it, to be honest, mate. I think this is a tough game as well because you're playing a Sunderland side who are the first time back in Premier League since how many years? Bowen's done well to got the ball there back. Bowen's getting hounded. Goes out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka back to Ward-Prowse. To AWB. AWB is probably going to go... No, he's gone back to JWP. To Maximilian Kilman. Out wide back to Aged. Aged to Diouf. Diouf back to Aged. Playing some Well, they're trying to take the sting out of it, it looks like to me. I have the opinions are good enough to make you head to sleep. Stand up if you hate Chico Flores. Stay right until a power cut, indeed. And a foul from Paqueta gives a free kick to Sunderland, just in line with the edge of their box. That's what I mean. So it's always a tough. We were the first game at home for Forest, weren't we, as well? And that was mental. Just because they had like the atmosphere was just immense. I like the football I've seen, says Jua. Sunderland long ball. I don't think they're going to keep that in. He's done well to get anything on, but Mads took some sting out of it. Whoa, fucking hell. Who was that? The ball came across and they did this long, hopeful ball, which they managed to cut in. And as they cut in, Mads got a parry on it and did enough to parry it, get enough on it just to take it out of flight. Because if he hadn't, there was a guy like really checking his run. Still on track for 3-1. How are you watching it? With my eyes, Stephen. Sunderland haven't scored against West Ham since 2006. I know they've been in that league for 8 years now. Sunderland are starting to. Who's gone down? Oh, one of their players is injured. One of their players is down. He's at his back. Won't be surprised if Sunderland make a change. Paqueta pretty much cleaned him out. Oh, 0-0, 49 minutes have gone. I've been seeing sort of fits and starts in this game. You know, there's been some nice play, and it's just like, you know, some nice play, particularly forward play. I think Fulkrug's done well in terms of linking up as well. I think Bowen's had an okay game. Paqueta's trying to find his range, it seems. He's managed to find like pockets, but there hasn't really been sort of that final ball, and that's something which is always a concern. Doesn't like they're making. Are they going to take a change? I don't know. The sun. It looks like Sun Seals. I don't know if they're going. I don't think they're going to change him just yet. I think they're letting him carry on going for a little bit. Silt the goal, the centre off, number 23. Anyway, West Ham have got the ball. Todibo to Maximin and Kilman. Back to Todibo. That was a pointless pass. That's why we've got 200 twice as many passes as everyone else, because we just keep passing it back to each other. Todibo to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Kilman. Kilman out wide to Aguerd. It's been like Aguerd's cut back inside, goes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez little give and go. Diouf goes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez does well to get a ball in. Doesn't beat the first man though. Todibo to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka gets fouled. Free kick to West Ham. That's Celt again. He's got to go and he's got to get off. Yeah, he's got to go off, surely. Elsewhere, no other goals apart from at 3-point lane in the first half. No goals against, obviously, our game. No goals at Brighton. And Wolves play Man City. Derby County lost 5-3 to Coventry. Wrexham lost 3-2 to West Brom. Blackburn beat Bristol City. Mill 0-0. How the O's getting on? Leighton Orient losing 2-0. Looks like they're making a change. Sunderland are. Looks like Celt's coming off. And he's going to be replaced by... Who's going to be replaced by? Celt's gone. I don't know who this guy is yet. Wait till he turns around. That's because I don't know their faces now. Number 15. 15. 𝗪𝗘𝗦𝗧 𝗪𝗘𝗦𝗧. There we go. You see 𝗪𝗘𝗦𝗧. He's now on now for Celt. Centre off. There we go. System works. I ain't got to wait to download a picture, put it up, just type it in there. Simples. Anyway, free kick to West Ham, in line just outside the box or the touch line, whether it's going to be JWP or might be a deal for a note. JWP again. Tries to go back. Nice header. Oh, nice cross. There was just no one there. Aaron does very well. Just takes his time. Mads, nice kick. A little bit wayward, but that will do. Out of the way. 53 minutes gone. Sunderland 0, West Ham 0. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to like it. Always helps. Always helps. Thank you very, very much, my friends. Always good in the hood. Loads of people here today, so thank you very much for joining us. Oh, I thought we threw them. Ederetti did as well. He's just come on the sub. They've gone for a long ball. Kilman does well. Diouf does well to take the ball. Well done, Diouf. Well done, Magic. Lost his feet a little bit there. Diaby thinks it should be his free kick, or at least a throw onto him, but it's not. Leave our Magic alone. Blake said should have started Souček over Rodriguez. Quite possibly. But the thing is, where Rodriguez is very much a defensive midfielder, Souček isn't, and he's tried to play that role. Even Jada, they don't work as two. I don't think this works either. But obviously, new ball as well. We've got Puma as the new ball, isn't it? After 25 years, Nike no longer have the contract for the ball. Long ball from Mads, intercepted by Sunderland, and they've kicked it all the way back to their goalkeeper. Goes out wide on the left-hand side. Nice little dink ball inside. Goes long again. Again, does really well there. Rodriguez as well to let the ball run. Wan-Bissaka tries a little chip ball forward. Paqueta, little nod back. Nice way to keep the ball. That was a really nice play, that was. You should watch Hammer's chat and make snide underhand comments. Nope, I shouldn't. Do you think Sunderland will be happy for a point? Well, no, I reckon they'll be happy for a point. Ball goes. Bowen's got the ball. Oh, ball over the top. Bowen just couldn't control it. But if he did, he would have scored. Wonder when Potter might make a change. Yeah, would it be a 60-minute hiatus? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Souček is good either end of the pitch, but not the middle. Yeah, it's probably where you need him. Oh my God, how can that be a foul? Mendes had a foul, and it was literally Kilman just stood over him and like pushed him over. Do you think we are capable of getting Paqueta on the ball in front? Well, we have. I mean, not enough. I mean, he's found pockets, hasn't he, Paul? He's found pockets of space, but then he's been a bit wasteful on that, trying to find the range, and the runners aren't there, and combination things. But I think, particularly in the first half, there was a lot of time where he's just finding these little pockets, but just wasn't really being clinical enough with his delivery. We need to start going for it and not leave it until the end. I'll have a word, Peter. Sunderland on the attack, ball over the top. Well done by Guerrero. They take it out for a corner. That's good defending by Guerrero. Indeed, nice work. Do you think Neil Wilson will come on and score? Let's hope so. Well, it's not hope so. I don't mind. Don't particularly want him to come on. If he does and he scores, I'm very happy for him. Yeah, you see what they're trying to do? Ball over the top. That's what they are trying to do. The counter attack. They've got some very quick players around Xhaka. They've got some 4 or 5 really quick players, and so that's what they're trying to do. And yeah, Rodriguez was wise to that. It is now a corner to Sunderland. Not a little chip one. Back stick, nothing. They went for like a looping one rather than like Xhaka did them, and he sort of really sort of chopped it in there. This one was more of a sort of a floater. It's a bit more time to get under the ball for the header, but Ballard went miles over the ball. Oh, doing a little passing thing. Don't know why I did that, but there we go. Mads, nice little kick, nice little knock on by Füllkrug. Bowen just couldn't get the control of the knockdown. Gio said yellow. I mean that's probably the one good game he had, and I think that's the game we all. That's the game. Maybe he's I mean away from home. I think if we were playing Sunderland at home, I don't think yellow would be playing. I think Potts would be playing personally. But what I like is if it's adaptable. So say we play Chelsea next week, and maybe Potts is in or someone else. There's a little bit of tinkering to work. Against the side we're playing. I don't mind that at all. Wilson coming on a major to injure himself, and Füllkrug runs off the pitch crying. Accidentally hits Kilman, and both Potter and Bowen say it was all good. It was all to play for until that point. Was it uneventful? But then, same as a defender, if a goalkeeper you don't know he's playing, he's doing his job. The way he's play that very pass is kind of funny. Watching live from Kenya, says Elijah. I think Emerson's been good. I think he's done all right. Suddenly got the ball, shots over the bar. Habib Diarra is a bit of a live wire, isn't he? You can see if we were interested why we went for him. I'd go for him. I do like him. I might put him on my fantasy football league team. Anyway, ball wide, intercepted by Sunderland. They kept that ball alive. Füllkrug tries to foul. He gets. Oh, yeah, they did the foul. On this age, if I felt that the team has frequently been left a couple of plays short this year, it means to me. I agree, Raven. I do agree. I think we were saying at the beginning, the sort of the pre-show bit, that for me, when it comes to priorities, the number one priority we had was the midfield. And if you ask anyone, any West Ham fan at the beginning of the season, end of our season, what do we need to do? Those that improve the midfield. We've had 2 months to sort this out. 2.5 months, even beforehand. Ball over. Oh, and a goal! Sunderland scored. Mayenda scored. Fucking hell. Mads was totally out of place as well. Oh, God. The ball came over, and it was the slowest header in the world. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Spoke too soon. Groan. He's a dancer. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good of a goal. Just a simple shake of the hand. Oh, yeah, okay. What happened here? The ball came over. And Maeda sort of hit it. And I didn't get. I think he might have taken a deflection off the. Did he take a deflection? No, I think he did. Mads was totally like on the other side of the pitch of the box. whether he saw that late. You can't see that. He's right in front of him. What? I can't believe that went in. I can't believe that went in. But it's in, and it's 1-0 to Sunderland. Fucking hell. We were saying it in the chat. Whoever was saying it in the chat, this, it would happen. It honestly, it looked like it was in slow motion. It was in slow motion. It looked like, and he's like, looked like it was like buffering. That's what he looked like. And now they're going to be all up for it. They're going to cheer every fucking ball and stuff. That's the worst thing that can happen. You can hear them. They're absolutely going crazy. And whether we got the kahunas to get back into it, we have to wait and see. Bowen's got the ball. Rodriguez goes out wide. Diouf manages to get the ball. Paqueta has the ball. He got chopped there, but the referee, he won the ball. Oh. If we lose against this lot, then we are done, says Nandy. Saw that come. Everyone does in hindsight, don't they, Steve? They really do. Might wake up now, might do. One goal against us in the first game of the season in this championship. Well, it's yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I always find the first game as the anomaly because everyone's all over the place. But we haven't we've had chances. We've had chances. We've had possession. But we just haven't done anything with it. And how can we score with no credit on them? I want to take the joy at the beginning. I think Nick's doing it now, isn't he? Hurts being a West Ham fan recently, especially when this happens. Champions of Europe, we know what we are indeed. We certainly are. We're champions of Europe. We know what we are. Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird. Same old. We're not taking opportunities and drop bollocks at the death. And to be fair, that goal looked like more of an accident. Yeah, Kim just is embarrassing. I might not watch West Ham game if we play like this. Well, I think we'll have a lot of games like this, to be honest, at the moment. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Let's see this team spirit. If we got it. JWP out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Is that what he's trying to do there? First goal of the season conceded to Sunderland will literally explode and take me with him. We need stronger midfielders. We said, selling my West Ham Chelsea ticket now. Absolute joke. I just don't get it. Made me feel you can hit the ball. The 5 at the back, pass it nicely. Yeah, I mean, for me, the back 5, it's just. I mean, that was just totally wrong-footed, weren't he, Mads? He looked totally wrong-footed, and then was crawling back. But you said it looked like it was in slow motion. That was the thing. Looks even more devastating. It's a slow motion. Brighton 1 up, says Peter. Well, we've got 25 minutes to try and do something. I still fancy a goal in us, but we'll see. I won't bring this up any. What? What, Jay? What are you talking about? Anyway, Tolibo's got the ball. We're all camped. I mean, they're going to be fighting for their lives now. Sunderland are. Tolibo. Ball to Bowen. Bowen to Fulcrew back to Tolibo. Tolibo, long ball to Falk. Keeper hands, is it? Predicted a loss pre-match, so if we get something, a bonus, as Peter. Midfield always wins the game. Always wins the game. You're totally right. At least Anton could look into the mirror and remind himself what the very true. Why can't the ball sort this team out? It needs is ironic. But it wasn't. It did look like slow motion, didn't it? Spurs 3 up against Burnley. Oh. The only thing just by then is, and again, I'm not doing any excuses, but just then the Sunderland guy, the ball came up to him and he misjudged the flight of the ball because of the sun. So I think the ball's come in. I think Mads has got a bit blindsided by the sun. Why hasn't he got a cap on? Seems the only part of the ground that's got sun is where he is. Just trying to have a look. Colin says, Russ, I was never thought it was going to be a tough game. I thought it was going to be a tough game. If we don't come away with anything, I can actually see us picking. Can't see us picking anything up in the next 4. Mate, it's the first 5 games, there'll be some crazy results. Always are, aren't they? When people are starting to find their feet. I think Chelsea haven't hardly any pre-season coming back from the Club World Cup so late. So there we go. Love West Ham from Asia. We're going for a win, says Pirates. 63% possession, West Ham, 37% Sunderland. They've got more attempts than us. So although they've got 33%, they've had 8 attempts. We've had 7. I think that tells the story. We are a team that pass it lovely in our half. We do pass it lovely, man. Nice triangles, but that can only get you so far. Anyway, West Ham got the ball. Come on, let's see what we can do, boys. JWP out wide to Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes to 𝗪𝗪𝗧. Gets Wilson on, says Kevin. Caduce up 2 goals. Oh, it's all happening now. Rodriguez looks up, goes out wide to 𝗪𝗪𝗧. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 to Diouf. Again, back to Kilman. Kilman to Todibo. Todibo's probably going to go out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Yes. Wan-Bissaka's probably going back to Todibo. Yes. Todibo is probably going to try and pass it to Wan-Bissaka. Yes. Back to Todibo. Yes. Todibo's going to trying to have a run. Runs off the pitch. Very good. Excellent. I was going to say, if we can't beat any, we're going to struggle this season. Yeah. I think you're right, mate. I think we are going to struggle this season. I think we are. I think unless we get that Souček's coming on and Callum Wilson are coming on, don't worry. Souček and Callum Wilson are both coming on to win the game for us. There we go. What could possibly go wrong? So I reckon, who reckons going off? Souček and Wilson. See, again, to me, he's lost the flight of the ball then in the sun. There you go. Told you. Yellow card for Maximilian Kilman. You're very true, Mandy. Very true in terms of what you say. So who's going to come off? I reckon Souček. Does he take off? Let's have a look. Who's coming off? Rodriguez is coming off. I would have probably guessed that one for Souček. And Ward-Prowse. So I reckon. So although I haven't got the. So I reckon, yeah, and Ward-Prowse is coming on. So I reckon that's going to go to like that. Now I'm just going to. It won't fit exactly what we're trying to do, but I think we'll go 2 up front. But Wilson's on for Ward-Prowse. Free kick to Sunderland. He would go to a back 4. Probably has done. I'm just throwing them all in now. So he probably has gone to a back 4. But yeah, totally agree, Pete. Totally agree. Ball in. Mads, safe hands. Caught it that time. Oh, 𝗪𝗪𝗧. Poor ball by 𝗪𝗪𝗧 has put Sunderland right in the attack again. And out for it. Oh. If you are new, give it a like. It would very much appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, that's got 20 minutes or 19 minutes, 20 minutes, say, because there'll be a couple of minutes in due time to get something out of this. We need it. We need it. Emerson did well to get something on that corner, to be honest. He was bundled. So we've got a forward line which is 60. Oh, fucking scored again. Ballard. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Good goal as well. Good header. Ball comes across. Free header. Fucking hell. Going to show replay of that. Sack the bloke now. What happened? The ball came across. Where's Ballard? I'm trying to see what happened. Ballard's calling for it. No one's picked him up at all. No one's picked him up at all. And my stream's gone down. Brilliant. We're back. We're back. Oh, dear. Is it music's turning with? I don't want music's turning. Anyway, yeah. 2-0. There we go. One of an easy game all season. I think we will do. Oh, now my stream's gone down. Brilliant. Oh, for God's sake. Typical, isn't it? Just as I was in the middle of, come on, stream. Not much. Yeah, back to not watching Matchday again. Exactly. Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh dear. Haters will be hating Andy Carroll. Luke. Why is it? Oh, I can't wait for the thing. Oh dear, West Ham. It's just, I mean, I give Sunderland credit. They've moised us, and they really. Now Sunderland are making some subs now. $24 and $12 are coming off, and they're being replaced by. Who's replaced them? Come on. 𝗪𝗪𝗡 and Isidore. And Isidore. So Isidore 18. Might not have been the same position, right positions, but there we go. So that Sunderland made 2 changes now. Yeah, that's not going to be right. Yeah. 𝗪𝗪's going to be playing left side, isn't he? And then 18 Isidore. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. That's what Sunderland are doing now. 2-0 up. They're cruising now, aren't they? They are cruising now. I would rim a Spurs fan for a draw now. Later, we're going to be watching Andy Carroll lose. Potter, this all comes back to them. I'm bloody so hopeful. We are really in trouble. Won't last till Christmas. Support club is 94. Really don't know why I bother. Chelsea will be a 4-5-0 defeat. West Ham are the West Ham, the Premier League. This is crazy, but I'm not surprised. Yeah, it's just... It's the same old, isn't it? Same old. Corner to West Ham though now. I mean, they've literally played the ultimate Moyes game, haven't they? Where they've just kept it tight and taken their chances when they've got them, and we ain't. We haven't taken our chances at all. At all. And that's the problem. Just haven't taken our chances. Bowen with the corner. Bowen whips it in. Punched out. Diouf takes a shot. Oh, takes deflection out for a corner. That was a decent shot. We'll be playing Derby next year, says Gary. To say I'm disgusted, I'm being polite. What am I watching? I'm not watching the colours that run through my veins. I'm ashamed. FIFA pre-season, nothing has learned. I totally agree. My friends. Anyway, Diouf's taking the corner now because obviously JWP's off. Went for a short corner, back to another one. Another corner for West Ham. No, goal kick. Oh, there was so much. There was so much, wasn't there? So much excitement, so much positivity, and a 2-0 defeat at the opening game of the season does not look good. Is not a good sign at all. Actually embarrassed. I'm not staying home much more on a Saturday to watch this 5 at the back crap. Just bad, mate. Just bad. Really bad. I mean, the second half of the first half was quite encouraging. But now that they're running through us again. You know, we're trying to push forward now. What's the point in playing 5 at the back when we can see 2 against Sunderland? I'm totally inclined to agree. Tolibo, I mean, 11 minutes strike. Glad I'm not taking it as bad as most of you. First half was all right. And if you, I mean, we do. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, the trouble is, the issue is the midfield. We know that. We've got, you know, obviously you can see 2 goals today, but it just, it doesn't, Mandy. But you've got the best part of a week to bring in someone or to get something moving. I think there will be some movement. And then you've got a game under the lights. Anything's possible. You know, home, it's a derby. All this penny pinching. We've been doing this is now coming back to bite us in the arse, says Paul. I mean, the one thing is, it is just one game. And I know, you know, it is one game. You know, we've got another 37 to go. You know, so it's not a great. It's not a good look. Yeah, I mean, Paul, you know, silver lining on the cloud. It might prompt them to fork out some dosh, but we've seen enough. We've seen enough throughout the beginning of this pre-season that there was gaps we needed to plug. And we all know the midfield was the biggest gap we had to plug, and we just didn't, and we just haven't. Anyway, still 11 minutes. Callum Wilson tries to drill it into no one. Again to Paqueta. Paqueta's looking up. Where's he going? Dink over the top for Fulkrug. No, it wasn't. It's Callum Wilson. Probably injured himself. Going to be a long season. Crap all over the pitch. Says Peter. Why play back 5? We can't threaten marshmallows. Very good. See, oh, Andy Irving's coming on. Jesus Christ, we know that's it now. So who's going to come off? Paqueta? Who's Andy Irving going to replace? Andy Irving's coming off for Todibo. Okay, all right then. Todibo's coming on for Andy Irvine. So I would assume that will go to a back four, maybe. Back four now. No, this is all wrong. I know it's all wrong. Don't worry, it's all wrong. I know. It's all wrong. Don't worry, I'll change it. I'm just putting it on there so you know he's come on. I'm going to change it now. Don't worry. I'm going to change it. So, yeah, I reckon it looks like a back four now. Should have done this a lot earlier, in my opinion. And probably Paqueta on the left. Then Souček. Sunderland on the attack now. Covered quite nicely by Ged. Irvine is 39, and he? Irvine. And then Bowen. Oh, no. Oh, for God's sake. I'm trying to do this all very quickly. Bow in. There we go. And then we'll put in 9, Wilson. Bowen Wilson. There we go. That will do. So I think we've gone to that sort of thing, kind of. Or maybe a 4-3-2-1 or whatever. But that's what we're looking at the moment. Looks like... or maybe in a 4-2-4, I'm not really bothered. But anyway, Bowen's got the ball going to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka out for a West Ham corner. Well, we've got 7 minutes left. I can't make the games listen to the match on club. It might as well be. So what is the point? Yeah. I don't know. I've just whacked him on. I think he put it back four now with 2 down, and we've Irving to rescue the game. That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing now. For me, it's like ball in, corner, no, straight out. There's no game changers. No game changers. There's nothing which. Oh, actually, Aaron is playing. No, actually, no. Diouf's. No, he is. It's back three, and it's a back three. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. It's almost done. Fulkrug gets in the middle. No. Souček. No. Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Wan-Bissaka's got the ball. Then Wan-Bissaka brings it forwards. I mean, he hadn't stopped running. Give him that. He ain't stopped running. Bowen. Oh, even Bowen's not hitting the mark today at all. Kilman to Aged. What we got here? Need Guilherme and Marshall on the bench next game. Totally can. I mean, as I said, what the fuck was that? That was a really poor cross by Diouf. First half, I thought he played really well. I thought both wing backs were brilliant. Second half, the team is just. I mean, there was a period. There was about a 20-minute period in that first half where we were really strong. That last bit of the game, we just couldn't. And I wonder if he saw that ball late. As for both those goals, they're quite identical in terms of Mads trying to scramble across, doesn't get across quick enough to get something on it, but fuck it, it's done now. Do you reckon we can sort it out before Chelsea? I think Chelsea's going to be a completely different game. You know, you under the lights, London derby. You know, there's still 37 games left of the season. It's that first week where there are always weird results. I thought Sunderland looked pretty poor, really, until maybe the beginning of the second half, where they looked a lot stronger. It was my fault. As soon as I said, I like what I've seen, went downhill. Yeah, indeed. Roll up at the circus in town. Disgraceful. I'm going to take off my shirt, eat it, and eat my fingers so I can point at my shirt in disgrace. Watching from China, and your coverage makes it a little easier. Good work. Thank you very much. It's very harsh, but there we go. If we let go on and I give up, says Kevin. Anyway, ball, Andy Irvine. Header. Oh! Andy Irvine, free kick. Callum Wilson, header. Tipped over by Robin. Was actually offside, I think. Again, decent cross by Andy Irvine. It wasn't actually Callum Wilson. It was the back of the one of the players for Sunderland and out. If we'd scored first half, it could have been different. Totally agree. Corner in, keep as well to get it. They are just so quick on the counter attack. There's a ball. Oh, if the ball was there, they would have got that. Our attack is really bad. Our defense is decent, though. That's all. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a stronger defense, but Sunderland have got some pace. And I spoke about Talby. I like him. He was a good player from the Pro League. When I was gutted, we didn't get him. And Habib Diarra as well. He's had a good game. But yeah, it's just very poor. Very, very, very poor. Second half, the performance has gone. And actually, to be honest, it's usually for us, second half we get better. Chris Riggs coming on, the guy we were linked with. Second half usually is we play better, but not today. Sunderland come out of the trap second half. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. Our attack is bad by defence though. That's all. Oh, is Chris Riggs going back down now? I don't know. Is it? Anyway, minute and a half left-ish, plus injury time, couple of minutes. Anyway. And Wan-Bissaka's got the ball, goes to Thomas Souček. Again goes back to Paqueta. Paqueta looks up, where's he going to go? Goes long ball to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka tries little jinx. No, they're not falling for it. Get the ball in the buddy box. Paqueta, little dink over the top. Does well to keep the ball there. Kilman goes out wide to Wan-Bissaka. First time cross. What we got? Andy Irvine? Nah. Yeah. Probably about 3 or 4 minutes. Was it Fulkrug? So that ball comes in. Fulkrug. I mean, Fulkrug's managed to get another 90 minutes in him. Despite the fact Potter said he can never play 90 minutes. Another 90 minutes he's played almost. Souček to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka jinks back. Paqueta out wide to Aaron. I don't know, what was that? That was shit. Well, it looks like we know what it's like to be in the air at Christmas then. What did he do there? Did he kick it out for a goal kick? Oh, that was weird. Anyway, free corner kick to West Ham on the 90th minute. 7 minutes added. 7 minutes added. What happened there? West Ham still got the ball. Out for a West Ham corner. 7 minutes to play. 7 minutes to play. No one's given us the ball. Can we have our ball back? Thank you. Obviously, new balls as well. Puma balls. They are running rings around us. Our midfield is a joke, but we had better get used to it. Can't see when unless we seriously buy some midfielders out of it. That's what we need. Paqueta, it's a very wide corner, and now they've got the ball. And if they're clever, they'll just run down the line. Talby has the ball. Isadore keeps it going. They have shot. Fucking hell! It's 3. It's 3. Isadore. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ! He must have been well outside the box, and he's taken a shot, and it's just beat Mads pretty easily. And it's 3-0. Fucking hell. Jesus. Jesus. Before you go, don't forget to give it a like, a comment, or give it a like. Much appreciated. Here's the door inside the box. Oh, fucking hell. Let's have a look at that shot. Falls on. Mads dives. Timing's out, I'd say. Ball goes underneath him. It's taken a wild taken a bit of a deflection, but shouldn't have been enough. It's saying how much. I don't think he has actually. Maybe I'm too. He shouldn't be beaten from there. He should not be beaten from them. Not at all. No way, Jose. Not in your Nelly. He should be beaten from that position. That's disgraceful. That's so bad. 3-0. And then Chris Riggs coming on. A guy we were linked with. For Talby. Chris Rigg. He's got the number 11 shirt. That's not bad for a youngster. We could be 4-0. Oh, well. Leicester, Sullivan won't bring in any, as you know. Well, what's the value for Sullivan if West Ham did get relegated? That's what I never understand when people say, "Oh, he's not because he wants us to go." Why? His value? He'll lose a lot more money if we went down. Abomination. The second half, second half we have been appalling, absolutely shocking.com. And if this doesn't sort his midfield out, I don't know what will. Walk into a bar, they think one of them. What will Chelsea do to us? Is it 2 done for the season? Worrying times. I think it is. I know it's just one game. Everyone was screaming for Mads, like I said. It's the worst record. Look, I'm blaming him for the last goal, but not for the other two. He should have easily. I thought his distribution's been quite good. I think he's started attacks quicker. That third goal was definitely his fault. Shouldn't have been beaten for there. But the others, poor defending in my eyes. Shouldn't have been in that position. Absolutely pathetic. They all come out, don't they? Brownhill will be our saviour. Anton will be doing the review show straight after this. As always, if you're watching it, you don't have to do anything. It will automatically take you over. Oh dear. Chelsea's going to destroy us. I think Chelsea's a different game. I really do. Midfield is so weak. I totally agree. Potter he does talk a good game. And it's been an embarrassing performance by him. Absolutely embarrassing. That second half. Awful. They've just gone to Potter and they've like a tight shot. He's just gone. Yep. Might give the review show a miss. How dare you, Paul? You can vent. Get your anger out. Nah. Couldn't even score in a brothel. So poor today, boys. So poor. Bowen shot. No. Even that we couldn't score. We could carry on playing all day and don't think we'd score. If you have no pace, you'll get nothing. Totally agree. Let's see full Krug's expression indeed. Popcorn out for the Potter interview indeed. And considering half time, there was a lot of positivity in the chat. You can see what we're trying to do. Just went completely to pot. We need to do better. We need to do better indeed. People think people saying we would win war on drugs. Peter, everyone's allowed their own opinion. I hear what you're saying, Russ, but if we can't handle it, mate, we couldn't handle a lot of sides last season. There'll be certain games we turn up and certain games we don't turn up. I think on Friday it's different. It is one game. You're not going to win all 38 games unless you were Arsenal in that famous victory where they won. You know, in terms of all the, you're not going to win every game at all. But yeah, very poor. Yeah, I thought we'd get a draw. Team must have no game plan. I just don't know. I just don't understand what Potter was doing, to be honest. And that's finished. It's finished. West Ham United, or Sunderland 3, West Ham United 0. Absolute shit show. Well done to, fair play to Sunderland. Give them their props. They took their chances. We didn't take their chances. Go over now and chat with Anton. Anton will be doing I think he's just started it. Let me just check. I think he's just started it. So you can have your say with him. Yeah, you don't need to do anything. You can stay there and it should take you straight across. I hope you have a good rest of the Saturday if you can. And we'll see you soon. All right. Love you.